Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a skirt for a self-climbing deer stand or for a dual ladder stand. It's quite easy. First thing we do is we go down and buy cotton material, camouflage. You get this for half price with a coupon at Joann Fabrics. And we're going to take all the edges and we're going to fold them over. Now it is pre-sewn here and sealed so it won't unravel, but I want to fold it anyways so that you have an edge like this, and that'll also help protect it unravel. What I'm going to do on the edges and the bottom is I'm going to make a blue line where I fold this over, and as I'm going through the sewing machine I'll know where to sew that and where to hem that. You could iron that and then pin it and it would stay for you. It takes a little longer time, but it's not necessary. On the top only, we will fold it over much further. We'll get us at least 1.5 inches of material here. So when we sew the Velcro strips, which are 8 inches long, and there's 9 per one of these skirts, that we got enough material, double material here, to mend that to. What I buy is a yard at a time, or 3 yards in this case. So you got the 36 inches, well that's your depth from where you're sitting in your deer stand down below your feet. And then it's 55 to 60 inches wide or long, depending on the material you buy. Again, this is cotton and this is 9 twill, so it's real heavy. I like the heavier and the white here because it won't blow in the wind as the lighter material will, and that'll be one advantage to you. The advantage of cotton is it lasts so much longer in the woods. If you take it and put it on before the season, and then when the season's over take it off because it's just going to be Velcro strips, take it home with you, these things will last 15 years. Well, let's get started here. We're going to make a blue line all the way down where we're going to fold this, and make one on the other side, and then start sewing. Alright, we made our line 1.5 inches all the way down both edges of the skirting. What you want to make sure when you do the top and bottom is that the flow of your wood scenery, of your image, is correct when you put it on your stand. So again, the length, the 60 inches is going to be wrapping around your deer stands, and we put this line all the way down. Now when we fold this over, we can line it up right on that line or close to it and sew this, and we're going to have about a 3/4 inch seam there, and that will keep this from really unraveling and hold up much longer. Now when we start sewing this, again we're just going to fold over to our line. It's just going to be approximate, but you're going to want to sew forward and then backwards to lock that thread in as you're starting, and then you can go all the way down. When you get to the end, reverse, go backwards, and then come forward again, and that will lock that thread on. Now we have both edges done. Again, we did 3 yards here, so we're making 3 skirts at one time. We got our seam, we got that sewn, so this is not going to fray any further. It's going to stop right there. This here is going to be one edge, top or bottom. If we look at the material, the tree's going up, so this would be a bottom edge. So this can be 1.5 inches like this was with a line, and just sew it. But we got to cut this into 3 pieces now, so 3 yards, and do each one individually. And then we will add the Velcro. Now the Velcro is this one wrap Velcro, 1.5 inches wide, and even this you can get for half price. Just look for coupons for Joann Fabric. I get everything for half price, even the thread, and I used a all-purpose outdoor thread, so that that will hold up much better. So we're going to take 9 of these at 8 inches each, and we're going to sew across the top of this when we're done, and that's how you apply it to your deer stands. Alright, next we drew our lines to make this 1 yard. You can see that line there, and there's another line right there. We're going to cut that so we have 3 separate pieces, 1 yard each. Alright, this is the bottom of our skirting as the tree is going up. So we took 1.5 inches here. Doesn't have to be perfect, and we're going to bend that over, and we're going to put that seam in it so this can't unravel, because this is a cut edge, so this you have to sew, or the sides you wouldn't have had to. So we're going to do these bottoms and get these all sewn up here, and then we're going to work on the top. Now we have the bottom done on this skirt here. You can see this seam that I sewn in there, and that will keep that from unraveling. And you can start to see this skirt take on its shape. Now here we go, here's the bottom as we're coming up the top. So all we got to do now is fold that top in and put our Velcro strips on there, and this skirt's ready to go out in the woods. Now we have all 3 of our skirts mended, the sides and the bottom. Now we want to do the top. We want to fold this over so that we have enough here to give us double material. So when we sew these Velcro strips on, we got a little bit more. So we're going to measure that and draw us a line now. This is a bit much. About that much right there is what we're going to use. So we'll show you that, and then we'll get that top seam sewn on all three of these and get the Velcro going. All right, here's the line we made at 2.5 inches. We will fold that over like that and mend that now. Now remember, when you start sewing this, you come forward for a few stitches and then you reverse, and that will lock those threads in so that that thread won't unravel. And you do the same thing at the other end. All we're going to do is keep going down this line and making sure that this is close to this edge or on the inside of it. That gives us enough here to mend our Velcro to. And as soon as we get these next three all done here, we will put the Velcro strips on. And we're going to go forward, and then we're going to go in reverse here. That locks that in. Again, you don't have to be professional about this. This is going to work just great out in the deer stand for what we need it for, and it's going to last a long time. Again, we're going to go in reverse here to lock this thread on. There we go. Lift our needle. Alright, we've got this all done now. It didn't take but a few seconds here. And bend it over. Again, it doesn't have to be professional. The next thing we'll do is we'll put our Velcro strips on. We're going to put one on each end and one in the center and keep going half and half till we get 9 of them total. And that will also help mend this. Now what we're going to do, we're going to put our Velcro on there, and we're going to sew all the way around this here. We're going to put one on each end, then we're going to put one in the center here, and then we're going to center each one after that. So it'd be one here and it'd be another one here, and we'll end up with a total of 9. That's about the right spacing. That holds that skirt up nice. You can adjust a little bit by on how much you wrap these Velcro straps up on the bar. So let's get those on there and we'll be done with these skirts. Now here we have sewn on all our Velcro, and for carrying and storing these, you just want to roll these up like this, and that way they won't get caught on each other, and they're easier to transport, easier to fold. And this skirt is all done, and it is ready to go on your deer stand. Now after folding one of these up, you've got 8 inches by 9 inches maybe. You can even make it smaller than that, and you can fold these right up, carry them out in the woods, put them on your deer stand. And that's the next thing we'll do. We'll put one of these on a stand and show you how nice they fit. Now if you'd like to see more on outdoors adventures and things to do, join us on mwoutdoors.com. Now that we have our skirts made, I want to show you how easy this is to assemble or put on your self-climbing deer stand. But what we want to do is just unroll each one of our Velcro strips here and start applying them. And we'll start in the center here, and we will put that center right here and work around this deer stand. Now here I've assembled the skirt onto this deer stand. You can do a couple of different things. You can make it all come to one side if that's where you're shooting, if you're a right-handed or left-handed shooter, and make that come all the way up here if you want on one side, because it will not cover all the way to your back. But as you can see, it's plenty long. Another thing you can do, these straps are 8 inches here that I made, these one wraps. You could make those 9 inches or 10 inches, give yourself more if you want. I found 8 inches works, but again 9 inches gives you a little bit more to wrap on there if you want to have more Velcro wrap on it. But it works pretty nice. It's pretty tall. Even for a tall person with long legs, you can move that up and you can see you still got plenty of room here. This is set for me, and I'm still 8 inches below the foot platform. I hope that gives you some ideas on how to make your own camouflage skirting. These work great. They hold up well in the woods. I'd highly recommend making one. For more on outdoor adventures and how to make some of your own items for the outdoors, fishing and hunting, look me up on mwoutdoors.com. Now here I give you an idea of, again, this is an 8-inch wrap, and how much this wraps on itself on these bars. There's quite a bit there. It's going to hold. You just wrap that up, keep wrapping up, make it tight. You can have that come right up on top there. And again, that's an 8-inch Velcro strip. Same thing here. Now over there you can see I went up on the arm. You can go up on the arm if you want, just to hold it up a little higher, or you can continue right down the main beam here. And that will also give you an extra inch or two here coming back. So maybe you prefer that. But enjoy your deer skirts. They're not hard to do. And like I said, you've got $11 to $12 into this. And it took me, to make those 3, I spent a couple hours with the video. So you could probably make one of these if you know how to use a sewing machine within 45 minutes. Good luck with your deer season this year.